know what I mean? If it's us, we're going to put some money down and get credit on the rest. Now you got $1 million, but the house is 2.5. Only us, though. Only us. Like it's a sin to have a house that only accommodates the size of your family. Of course, we got to make it appealing. We want other folks to know, that we have money. Told you a long time ago, only one person should know you got money. That's the bank. Your neighbors should know it. And sometimes your spouse should know it. Notice your mind, let me get out of there. Your mind is a powerful magnet that will attract you to the things you identify yourself with. That's what Alfredo Carver said. He said that your mind is a magnet. Your mind is a magnet. Tell your neighbor, your mind is a magnet. Your mind is a magnet. And we have already established in the first teaching that we want our mindset to change.
Yes, sir.
In order for that to happen, you got to decide today, will your mentality be governed by your own ideas or be based on revelation knowledge rooted in the counsel of the Lord? Are you going to adhere to what God said and live above the level of understanding that you have right now? Or are you going to revert back to your old habits and allow everything that comes into your life to diminish and struggle? Poverty will make you struggle. Not having enough will make you struggle. I don't know about you, but I was thinking about something. Let me go ahead and finish this, and I was kind of reiterate that. So you got to decide today. That word decide comes from the Latin word, which means to cut off. When you decide, you make a decision. You make the decision to cut off from all other possibilities and outcomes. So you have to make a decision. Some of you guys got to draw a line in the sand. You got to get with your spouse. You got to get with you first and say, okay, what is it that I need to do to make this change so I can get into a position of prosperity? Because not having prosperity doesn't mean that you're not a prosperous person. That's right. It's your concept and understanding of prosperity first that determines if you're going to be a person of prosperity. Y'all got that?
Yes.
So every time you make a decision, you're basically saying you're managing the things that are connected to you in prosperity. When you decide, you're managing what God has given to you. I don't know. I want to manage. I want to have more. I don't want to have more to spend.
Amen.
Wow. Amen.
Yes.
I told you a long time ago, prosperity is never generational. Not one generation. Not one generation. It's transgenerational.
Yes.
True prosperity is not just because you live good. True prosperity is because your seed live good. That when they come to you and ask you for a thing, that you can go to the resources that you have accumulated over time for them and being able to take that monkey off their back. Well, my kid is only 5 years old. What a good place to start. Get a long-term vision and get a strategy. And say, I got a 5-year-old, I got a 2-year-old, I got a 10-year-old, and I want to make sure they don't have to struggle like I struggle. Stop showing them the mall.
That's right.
First time we get money, everybody want to get therapeutic in the house. Nice outside, the weather broke, the windows can come down, the roof can come up, let's go for a trip. So we take a trip to the mall, which is the mammon, the god of mammon. The mall is the god of mammon. When money comes into your hand, do you think about spending or saving? Yeah, it's tight, ain't it? To be a Baptist church. It's imperative for us to rewire our lives according to true prosperity. It's imperative. It's a necessity. Oh, the thing is just going to go. It's a disease. Poverty is a disease.
Amen.
I was raised in poverty. And I have to say this, put it on tape. I never said this, but we used to be homeless, not homeless to the point that we didn't have no place. We used to have to move from every year we moved from place to place. I thank God for my mother. I thank God she had to work 2 and 3 jobs. I understand that. And I'm not holding that against her. Don't you hold it against her. But I'm saying there's just cycles that I've seen. It's things that we do on a level like that. You can't keep you going from apartment to apartment. And yeah, you think it's just changing the address, but that's the spirit of poverty. I'm telling you, it's poverty. Well, I don't own my home. That's okay. Can you afford the rent?
Right. Yeah. Amen. That's good.
Some of y'all, even the cell phone, your cell phone numbers change. You done had 4 of them in 2 years. That's poverty. Or you doing something you ain't got no business. You fill in the blank. That's your check. But and just some things you have to make up in your mind. And then you have to take personal responsibility for your life.
Yes. That's right.
So I look at my dad, I look at my mom, and I made up my mind, it's not derogatory. Just say, you know what? I want to make sure that my grandchildren, I want to make sure that my children don't have to encounter that hostility and that system that mimics you and makes you condescend. And I'm telling you, it's an ugly system. I've been there. Even when I got older, I was there. That's why I sold dope. I hustled because I never had nothing. I wanted to be able to go in the store and put $150 down and get a suit, warm up, and then come back and put another $80 for some gym shoes. I wanted to be able to have that luxury. I wanted to be able to have that liberty. That if I wanted to take a trip to Kentucky, I can do that. I just get up and do it. A lot of the hustlers out there, I'm telling you, that's what it is. They just battle with the spirit of poverty. That's why we do things that's uncomely and do things that's dishonest. It's because something in the back of our mind let us know I'm supposed to be free. I'm supposed to be able to make moves. I'm supposed to be able to take a day off without trying to figure out if I take a day off I won't be able to pay rent. That ain't supposed to happen. You know what? Let me just show you something. You want to get to the point where you got direct income.
Yes, sir.
You know what direct income is? It means that when you get a paycheck, it's free. You don't have to pay a bill. You don't have to pay a car note. It's just money like you just throw out on the side of the road. Take that check and say, what am I going to do with this shit? No bill, no car note. That's what direct income says. I don't have a surname. I don't have a second name. It's just my name on that check. Stephen Fitzgerald Moffett. What do you want to put? So you got to train yourself.
Hallelujah. That's right.
Well, that's probably some of y'all crying deep down inside. The baby in you saying, leave me alone. Why have you come to torment me before my time? But anyhow, I'm serious. It's just some things that I want to do. And I don't make a lot of money. But I try to make it on what I have. God has been faithful that since I changed the way I handle my money.